What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? Y'all see, I got two calipers on my lap, so you know what time it is. Time to change out some old with some new. I got this from Fox Ford Lincoln yesterday, and you see it's already developed rust on the surface rust on the caliper. I got two of them. My passenger side rear caliper pretty much went out. I tried to remove the pin. It was very rusty, and that's what happened. But here I am at Fox Ford Lincoln. I found a new place where I can get all my fluids from without having to order them online. I hate ordering online. I ordered the caliper. I ordered a power stop caliper, and it never came. They charged me, but it never came. So I, you know, took initiative to go to Fox Ford Lincoln and get the parts, and it only took a day. Here I am. They don't have any Crown Vics in here. I feel bad for these guys because they're not going to make any money without the Vics. But hey, let's get to work. Here I'm back at the crib. You see, man. Yeah, like I said, I tried to remove the pretty much the caliper was rusted out. It's probably the caliper that's been in here since it's been manufactured. Tried to remove the bleeder screw. I had a rubber booty on the bleeder screw, but that didn't matter because it was full of rust. It was no bleeder screw. It was a rust, bunch of rust and a little metal that was left. So pretty much, I'm going to swap it out. You do need to take out the old caliper pistons from the and place into the new. That's about it. Everything else it comes with. But pretty much, and now let's take that wheel off. We'll attack that with a 21. Make sure you know jack and jack stands are set up right and all that good stuff. And here I'm using my hubcap for my Lugnuts because it seemed like I always lose one. And look, I lost one. And I just took this off. This is about like 5 seconds after me taking it off because that's what the hubcap is for. It's pretty much to place your lug nuts in. But where is that goddamn lug nut at, though? Damn. There it goes. How did it get all the way over here? I don't know, but that's what it's for. Now let's get to work, guys. As you can see, my caliper already has developed some surface rust. It's only been like 3 days since I had them on. I only drove this car once since I put them on. You see, we had some torrential rains for like the last 3 days, so I could see how that happened. But let's get to work. Pretty much, yeah, you see, it's still a new rotor, but you know this rust. But we here for this job right here. Pretty much you want to hit that little side. You know, go to the front of the wheel. It's gonna be you're gonna be able to see that caliper right there. I don't know if you can make it out, but there it goes right there. You wanna get your screwdriver, wedge it in there to pretty much pump that piston right back in. Yeah, and next you want to attack this screw with a 10 millimeter, and it's another screw directly right under that one for the 10 millimeter also. And if you detach these screws, you pretty much ready to get to work because it's going to be ready to be taken off. That's me taking off the piston screws. You don't want to lose these because it's not a replacement from the new. So you're gonna have to reuse these. You make sure you clean them up real good and lube them up before you put them back in. That's a tip I can give you about those screws. What I do is I separate the top from the bottom just to make sure in case it's a difference somehow. So I, separate the top from the bottom so I can be able to apply them back the same way I took them out. And that's the key. And yeah, no surface rust under the brake pads. Told you I wasn't playing. I just put these boys on. Be looking out for that video, how to change your damn rotors and brakes, and how to bleed your brakes also. Pretty much you want to attack this screw with a 14. Yeah, that's the banjo screw. It has a hole in it to fit inside of that hole so the oil can go through the screw whop the bam. It's a banjo screw, and that's the hole where the oil comes through the brake line into the caliper. But here, the caliper. I mean, this is not the caliper that I wanted to replace. I just replaced it because I was replacing the other side, and I knew this side was going to be rusted as well. So pretty much all the parts you want to take off is pretty much the caliper pistons and the old brake pads. I just realized this looked like BST4. Welcome to the Bill Sutton Ford channel. Yeah, that's what I do, Bill Sutton. But pretty much you want to take these pistons out. How you can do that, you can squeeze it from the bottom. I've been learning how to work with one hand, and it's been working out for me, man. So pretty much you squeeze at the bottom and grab the top of that rubber booty, and there you go. It's out. Just take these out, because you're going to need this, and you're going to need those old brake pads if you're not changing up new brake pads. And there you go. Clean these up with a wire brush and brake parts cleaner, and throw these back into the new ones, man. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get some new ones because it's kind of, the edge of it are rusty, so why not, But pretty much you also want to lube up that new rubber booty where those piston slides are going in. You want to make sure you lube it up real good, because 9 times out of 10, if you're going to slide that piston through that rubber booty, you're going to push out most of that stuff. So you want to make sure you work that stuff in there pretty good, because it's new. You want to get it all coated in there. So what I do is I squeeze on both ends and smash it together so you can get, the lubricant in all the ridges of that booty. You get out, you know what I'm trying to say. You get all the oil in there, because when you slide, like I said, you slide that caliper piston in there, it's going to push it out on the other end, and it's going to be grease inside of the caliper piston and outside. So you want to make sure you get enough in there. That way you can have something to work with once you slide that caliper piston in, if you get what I'm trying to tell you. But let's put these babies in the new. Yeah, look at that rust on there. Only a day develop rust. Pretty much, I might need 2 hands for this job, but you want to slide that in there, bam, and that's how it looks. Put a little bit more of the lubricant on there. I use silicone. That's the best, unless there's other, lubricants that's better than silicone. So far, I heard silicone is the best. You want to make sure you slide that piston back, because you're going to apply the new brake pads or whatever. You want to have enough room to put that thing back on there. You guys already know the drill with that part of the game. And after you compress that piston back in, what you would like to do is to make sure that you lube up that the new rubbers and all that on the new piston, or any contact point that you're going to be contacting with pretty much the brake pads and any other metal surfaces. You want to lube that up real good. And being that it's new, you want to, the instructions actually advise me to use a certain type of Motorcraft brand. And you want to make sure you have that crush rusher at the bottom of that assembly. Put everything back like how you had it. That's the name of the game. Now you're going to put those 10 millimeters back in, and pretty much you're going to be done with the job. Good thing I got done when I did, because my camera is acting crazy now. Pretty much, yeah. That's how you replace a caliper on a 2011 Ford Crown Victoria. Here's my old caliper right here. Yeah, that boy was rusty. But this is still worth money. Pretty much the core value for this is $60. I'm gonna turn this the way back in. I'm wasting brake fluid. But pretty much I'm turning this boy back in for the 60 or 50. One side is worth 60, one side is worth 50. But pretty much I'm turning this boy back in at Fox Ford Lincoln. Get my money back. As you can see, it's very rusted. Or I might keep it and have it refurbished, whatever's cheaper, whatever works out for me, because they want it back for a reason. And look at that bleeder screw. So I went, like I said, the other one broke off, but I went and got a new one for this side because I knew I might have a problem with the bleeder screw. And that's it, guys. That's how you change the calipers, man. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I changed the rotors, the brake pads, and the brake line for the other side of the car, the rear brake line. I just changed that out also today. So I'll be hitting you guys with a video on how to do those things if you don't know how to do it. But look at it, man. That looks beautiful. Minus the little surface rust that I have on the rotor. You guys make sure you stay tuned to the boy King Crown, P71. Subscribe if you're liking. I'm out.